very much, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, wow, is this marvelous? Are you guys great? Give yourselves a round of applause. Let's hear it. Yeah, great people. Doing a great job. Super. I want to thank you very much. Don't forget, I want to remind you of a couple things just to make sure that we're on the same page. If you have an electronic device of any kind, let's be courteous to the person next to us and let's turn that off just so we can enjoy the program without any interruption. That would make it really nice for everybody. Don't forget, tonight, and I'm going to prompt you on that, we have memorabilia out here, and I'm even going to talk to you about the meet and greet before we even get started, okay? And I do want to share with you, when that time comes, I would like for everybody to come down here and come down that aisle over there and look at this yellow line that's right in front of us. I call that the yellow brick road. If everybody will line up on that and turn here and go right straight down there, you'll see the guest of honor and all kinds of good things happening. So it's going to be a really great evening. But thank you very much for coming. It's going to be a great day, a great event. People have really worked hard to put this together. And I think it's really neat because our community is special. And I really think we're awesome. We got good kids, and we got good products coming out of our schools and our community, and our community is becoming enthusiastic, so we really want to do all those things. Don't forget, with that in mind, we also have several people up here with the Compassionate Food Pantry. Let's not forget those people. Let's make sure if you didn't drop something off on the way in, make sure that you do on the way out. I see Gladys and Harry and all the people that's associated with that over there. So please help our people in the community. And I just want to make sure that everyone's comfortable, and we're going to begin the show. And if somebody comes in front of you and puts a camera in your face, show those teeth and smile and wave. Those are going to be all over everything, okay? So we're thanking you for coming. But before we start, I do want to say this doesn't happen by itself. It really doesn't. It takes a lot of people. And the people that made it happen are the people sitting behind me. And I think that we all deserve and should appreciate their fine work. So I'm going to introduce these people a little bit later, but let's give the people behind me a round of applause, okay? Thank you. Oh, let's hear it. Come on. Yeah. You got to understand, when the guest of honor comes, we got to be screaming and hollering, ladies and gentlemen. This is just no everyday event. Excellent. I hear this over here is good. We'll take, put her on the payroll. Very good. Okay. But in this time, I would like to thank a lot of people. First of all, I want to thank the city of Paris, and I mean all the people at City Hall and the administration, which we have behind us, and all the councilmen and everybody who's been involved. A great job. Thank you very much. I also want to make special attention to Paris Cooperative High School, Dave Meister. Where is Dave? Right over. David, raise your hand. This guy came down. This guy that was down here the other day, cleaning, working, and worked his tail off, and the technical support, and he's did a great job. Thank you very much. And because we've had a good sound system and everything behind us, I want to thank Troy Sanders and John Sanchez from Moonlight Entertainment. Guys, stand up, stand up, stand up. I expect it. Yes. I'm so proud of my former students. They're really good. And you're going to see a show tonight, and it's going to be on the big screen, and the guy who is running that back here is Nathan Bell. Now you can't see, but I'm going to make him stand up. Nate, stand up, buddy. This, if it's with a computer, Nathan knows how to do it. I also want to thank Mayo Middle School in Wham. You are in for a real treat. Dan Gates and those people have put together a film that is absolutely going to be memorable, and I really want you to show their appreciation. They have done a good job. These are talented kids doing all kinds of technical stuff, and it's awesome. So let's give Mayo Middle School Wham a round of applause. Thank you. Obviously, you've seen Harry, and you've seen myself all over town with the flyers. The young lady who's put those together right over there is Tracy Porter. Thank you, sweetheart. You're a doll. Love you to death. Thank you. Oh, and how did this stage go up? We had a bunch of the Paris Cooperative High School football players. Now, I'm going to tell you something, folks. If you want anything moved, that's who you've got to call. Okay? They are absolutely awesome. They came in, basically, they did all this kind of stuff, and they just did a great job. So thank them. Are any of those guys out there today? They're probably watching football. Okay, very good. Also, I want to thank everybody who's taken pictures. I've got pictures from people taken all over the place. Thank you very much. I think it's just wonderful that you're here, and all those are just really great. So all the photography people, thank you. Those are very memorable. I want to thank Tanner Lawson, right over there, the man. By the way, they won first place in varsity and first place in junior varsity, right? And he's got the cheerleaders. Round of applause. Give it up for him, folks. Give it up, okay? Great job. Aaron Garver. Where's Aaron Garver? Stand up. There's Aaron Garver. He's got the pep band today. Give it a round of applause for him and the pep band. Nice job. Yeah. Don't be afraid to do that. And of course, Harry and everybody from the Compassionate Food Pantry. By the way, have you been out and you saw all the marquees in town, the electronic marquees advertising this? I want to thank those people, Banks and everybody who's had those. And they put this event on our marquee. It's just been great. And especially all the things that they've done. Let's thank the Paris Beacon News, because I want to tell you something, without a newspaper, we've got to have it. And Gary, thank you very much for coming. Appreciate it. The Beacon News is awesome. They're doing a good job. By the way, is this not nice up here? That's Brenda Wright. So Brenda, if you're out there, thank you, charming lady. That is a great job. She and her ladies did that. And I also want to extend my sincere thanks to our local police department. Thank you guys very much. Obviously, you're keeping me in line. And also, I would like to thank all the local and regional radio and TV and newspapers. They've done a great job, so if you're out there, thank you very much. And best of all, thank you for coming. You guys are really cool. We're a great community, and I want you to know that. You go home and you look in the mirror tonight and say, hey, we're cool, and we're going to get better every day, okay? This is kind of our Christmas treat to us and to you, so thank you very much. So with all that said and done, okay, let's begin right now. I'd like to introduce the people on the stage. First of all, to my immediate right, Chris Eldredge, father of Brett. Yeah, the boy, thank you. Yes. This is like marching band. Okay. Next to him is Robin Eldredge. Okay. Mom, what? Was she not stunning at the CMAs on TV? Whoa! Give it up! Yeah. Okay, I love that. Next to his brother Bryce. Buddy, there he is. Awesome. Also, I would like to introduce on the stage a young lady who was his vocal teacher at Crestwood and his vocal coach, Judy Carroll. Judy, where are you, sweetheart? Right down there. Very good. Good. And also at Paris High School, back in those days when it was only 3 letters, Dave Kirsch was the drama coach and really did all kinds of things. Dave, stand up. Stand up, Dave. Yeah, get those knees working, buddy. Thank you very much. How did this happen? This all happened because we had a guy who had a dream and had a vision and an awesome event coordinator. And I want to introduce him to you right now. Harry Hughes. Harry, stand up. And also want to thank his wife for giving up the time so he can do all this kind of stuff. Okay. And thank you, Sully, for all the work that we did at the bank and continue about. Okay. Also, the main man, here's going to read several proclamations. Our leader of our community who has done a great job and an awesome mayor. Mayor Craig Smith. Great. There you go, buddy. And his special guest. So, with that being said, wait, hold. We got a chair. We got somebody missing. We got to have another person. It's got a bow. Who is it? Tell me. I can't hear it. Not loud enough. Who it is? Oh, my. Okay, hey, you got to scream, holler. He doesn't come out the crowd, so it's like, oh, how lovely. Okay. You got to do it. You got to get on your feet. You got to do it. Let's, hey. Put your hands together, feet on the floor. Let's talk about it over there. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Keep it together. Keep it together. Here we go. Here he is. Here we go. Get your cameras ready. Is complete, ladies and gentlemen, without a little history. So you got to have a beginning and you got to have an end. And so I'm going to introduce a young lady right now, okay, who was his vocal teacher at Crestwood School, and she's got a few comments. Do we all know who that is? Sweet Judy. Let's bring her up with a warm welcome. Judy Carroll, ladies and gentlemen.
Warren. One of my first experiences of working with Brett as a vocalist was more than 20 years ago. One Sunday morning after church, Brett's mother, Robin, came up to me and told me that Brett would like to sing the song, "Oh Holy Night," for the Christmas Eve candlelight service. I agreed to accompany him and to help him prepare the song for the service. But I will have to admit that I was somewhat skeptical, knowing that the song, "Oh Holy Night," is a difficult and challenging song to sing, especially for a young child. Brett was so young that I wasn't sure he could even read yet. At our first rehearsal, when I handed Brett a copy of the music, he immediately handed it back to me, and he told me that he didn't need it because he already knew that song. He said he had listened to a recording of it over and over again, and he knew all the words. Believe me, he was much more confident than I was. When I asked him if he was ready to run through the song, he replied, "Do you want me to sing that in my little kid voice or my great big man voice?" He did. And within just a few measures of the song, I was absolutely captivated by the beautiful big voice coming from this very small child. This was just the beginning of many public performances here in Paris, Illinois by Brett Eldredge. Through the years, we have watched Brett grow from the young child that could sing with a big, powerful voice to a famous country music singer and an amazing and brilliant songwriter. And now to Brett, I would like to say, it is difficult to describe the joy and the emotion that overcomes us when we hear you and watch you perform. Seeing you on the Country Music Awards show, gathered around our TVs on Thanksgiving Day, and seeing you in the Macy's Day Parade, or being at a concert with tens of thousands of people and you were on the stage, those feelings are indescribable. The people of Paris are very proud of you and will always think of you as our very own Brett Eldredge. We only wish you the best in life and continued success. When things first started to happen for Brett in Nashville, I would jokingly say, do never forget us little people back here in Paris, Illinois. Well, first of all, I know that he never thought of us as the little people. And second of all, there is no way that you could think of us as the little people, because the people of Paris, Illinois, and this community, we are your biggest fans and your biggest supporters. Thank you.
Now that was from the heart, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much, Judy. As he progressed and left there, he went on and came to Paris High School, and he was involved in many activities, one of that big drama. And one of the guys who was his drama coach at the time was the Kirschmeister, okay? Dave Kirsch did an outstanding job. He was wonderful at what he did and gave children all kinds of opportunities, as continues today. So would you please welcome to the podium a guy who was his former drama coach and acting coach and director, Dave Kirsch. Dave?
Warren, I would ask you not start the clock yet, because I've got one complaint before I get started on the drama stuff. I was looking online today, and Billboard came out with the top 10 songs for 2013 in country music. Don't You by Brett Eldredge is number 4. Now, I've always had a lot of respect for Billboard, but I was wondering what they were thinking about those first 3. I mean, one of them was Jennifer Nettles. She had to quit a band to get that solo song. I mean, she is not a team player. The second one was Casey Musgrave. And what can you say about Casey Musgraves? Not much. I don't know who Casey Musgraves is. And the third one was Tim McGraw, Keith Urban, and Taylor Swift. And I thought to myself, Taylor Swift, she was Brett's closing act this spring and summer. So I got my complaint out of the way. I had the privilege of working with Brett when he was in high school. By the time he came into high school, he'd been on this stage and other stages many, many times. And it was real evident that he was dedicated to the craft, dedicated to musicals, dedicated to acting, dedicated to being on stage. We knew that if we would have just paid a little bit more attention when he was here, we could have seen the future with Brett Eldredge right here in this Paris gym. His freshman year, we did Joseph and Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. Brett was the country brother that sang One More Angel in Heaven. It was the first production that I was involved in, and I was a little concerned that nobody would come, and how do we get the word out? And it was obvious to the kids that I was a little concerned. So Brett came up to me one night, and he said, Dave, we need to get posters out, and we need to go to the businesses and get our names on the marquee. Because let's face it, the VFW's got a bingo night, the Motel 6 has got a burnout light, there's a demo derby at the county fair. It's all right there in the signs. If you want to know what's going on in this little town, all you got to do is read the sign. The next year we did Home, and Brett was the ugly duckling that turns into a swan. Well, I had put him in a brown sport coat, a brown pair of denims, and a pair of yellow chucks when he was the ugly duckling, and Brett didn't think that was quite right. And he came to me and he said, can I do something with this costume? And I said, well, you got one shot to make it right or forget it. So he went off, and one of the girls in the cast was helping him do some alterations. And lo and behold, he comes out and he's got shorts on. And it fit perfectly. It was just exactly what he needed for the ugly duckling. And as that young lady was leaving practice that night, I heard Brett turn around and thank her. He said, girl, you cut those jeans just right. You know I didn't buy them like that. This continued through the years. We went on to, he was Danny in Grease. And we brought Grease Lightning in. We borrowed it from the little theater in Sullivan. And there was a scene with Danny and Sandy, and they were at the drive-in, and I'm having trouble getting the set placed and getting the car in the right position so that people can see them do their scene and sing their song. And Brett just gets frustrated, and he yells up to me, Dave, just tell me where to park. On to Copacabana. Yeah. We all know the story. Brett was Tony the nightclub singer. Lola gets kidnapped and taken off to Cuba. Now, Brett wasn't always perfect on his dialogue, so we never really thought much of it ad-libbing. And in one scene, everybody's talking to Tony, and they say, how are you going to get to Cuba to get Lola back? And Brett just turns around and he says, put me on a train. Put me on a runway, one-way, sky-high aeroplane. All I know is she's not here, and all that means is I gotta get there. Now, I did tell Brett that it was not aeroplane, it was airplane. That nobody is going to get anywhere in this world saying aeroplane. So, finally, his senior year, he was in Oklahoma, and he was perfect. and the guys are teasing him about Laurie, and does he love her, and what's he think about her, and Brett, again, ad-libbing, which he did best, just turned around to the audience and said, when someone brings her up, there ain't no shutting my mouth. I go on and on talking about my baby all day long. Her name just flows so easy off my tongue that I can't help but go on and on and on. Now, obviously, none of this actually happened, or I would be credited on his songs, and I'm not. Because he was a minor, and I would have talked him into putting me on there. But what did happen was we saw a young man come in and grow to take control of the stage. He polished himself as an entertainer, and he entertains now. The crowds have gotten bigger, the venues have gotten bigger. He's not just doing it in Illinois, he's doing it all over the country. But everybody in the country, and someday the world, will see what hard work and talent will bring you. You deserve everything you've had and everything that's coming your way. A smarter man than me once said, who we become in life is a part of everybody we've come in contact with. So, Brett, we're all a small part of you, buddy. And Brett is all a small part of us. We would like to let you know how proud we are of everything you've got. And thank you for letting us in Paris come along for the ride.
You don't need to stop watching a guy like this. That was really great, just super. I just am so thankful about that situation. At this time, we got some business to take care of, which has really been nice. And I just want to thank those people in Springfield who have participated in this and helping us out, as well as our local city government. So at this time, I would like to bring to the podium the Honorable Mayor Craig Smith.
I thought I was going to be able to skewer him. Now I just get to read proclamations, so I don't get to talk about all the women he used to chase around town. I'll figure out how to work that in. I'd like you to come up here for a minute, big boy. What I've got in front of Brett right now is from the governor of the state of Illinois. Pat Quinn could not be here. I can't imagine him having any more fun than we'd have right now. But he asked if I would read this proclamation to Brett, so I will. Whereas Illinois is a leader in supporting the arts, and music has always been an important component of the artistic fabric of our state. And whereas there are few forms of music more purely American than the country music genre. Now, Brett lives in Tennessee. I went to University of Alabama, and I want to tell you, I didn't write that. But if you could work that into your next song, the genre. This is coming from the governor, right? And whereas country music with its themes of rural life, family, hard work, and love, for country speaks to Midwestern ideals, and Illinois residents can relate to its message. And whereas a country musician with ties to the land of Lincoln, who has experienced great success, is Brett Eldredge. And whereas Brett Eldredge grew up in Paris, Illinois, with parents Chris and Robin and brother Bryce, and whereas Brett Eldredge began singing at a young age at community churches, school activities, senior living centers, nursing homes, charity events, the county fair, and numerous other community events. I'll talk about those later during mine. And whereas after transferring to Middle Tennessee State University near Nashville to begin his pursuit of becoming a country music artist, Brett Eldredge started recording demos for other songwriters in Nashville and signed a music publishing deal with BMI. And whereas in 2009, Brett Eldredge signed a record deal with Atlantic Records, his first single, Raymond, was released to radio in August 2010 and climbed to number 22 on the country charts. And whereas Brett Eldredge co-wrote 11 of 12 songs of his debut CD, Bring You Back, which was released August 6, 2013. And whereas Brett Eldredge has opened for major country artists including Blake Shelton, Tim McGraw, Brad Paisley, Trace Adkins, Miranda Lambert, Taylor Swift, Dierks Bentley, and Ronnie Dunn. And whereas Brett Eldredge has had the opportunity to play in the historic Ryman Auditorium and Grand Ole Opry. And whereas in August 2013, Brett Eldredge's gold record, Don't Ya, climbed to the top of the charts, giving him his first ever #1 single. And whereas Brett Eldredge was nominated for Country Music Association's New Artist of the Year award and was given the opportunity to present the award for Duo of the Year during the live national broadcast of the CMA Awards. To date, Brett Eldredge has also received 3 nominations for American Country Awards. Whereas, despite his accomplishments, Brett Eldredge has always remained loyal to the people of Paris, Illinois. And whereas on December 22, 2013, the residents of Paris, Illinois will welcome home and recognize their own recording artist, Brett Eldredge, at Paris High School. And therefore, I, Pat Quinn, Governor of the state of Illinois, do proclaim December 22, 2013 as Brett Eldredge Day in Illinois in recognition of his tremendous musical success and contributions to the country music genre and employment industry. That's pretty good from the governor, my friend. This is from the city of Paris. Got a little hardware on this baby. Proclamation. Whereas on March the 23rd, 1986, Chris and Robin Eldredge were the proud parents of Brett Eldredge. He is the grandson of the late Janice and Bill Vonderlage and Shirley and Spiz Eldredge, and brother of Bryce Eldredge. Aren't you glad that? Nice to see you, Bryce. Whereas Brett grew up in the city of Paris, where he attended Crestwood Junior High, Mayo Middle School, and graduated from Paris High School in May 2004. And whereas at an early age, his parents and friends noted that big voice was emulating from a young man. And whereas emulating in just so they could know that University of Alabama, we could do things too. Not quite John Ray. And whereas Brett's mother and father, Robin and Chris, supported Brett's passion for singing by acting as his personal chauffeurs to singing sites, which included community churches, school activities, senior living centers, nursing homes, charity events, the Edgar County Fair, weddings, at his mother and father's wedding, and numerous other community activities. And whereas Brett's parents further supported his singing by presenting him with a guitar and a small sound system. When I say small, yeah, it was about the size of that. In fact, yeah. He could take it anywhere he wanted to, which he began to use at age 15 to perform at home, at informal backyard concerts, where he was drinking underage. Oh, that's not in here. Where did that come from? The police are right over there waiting. Oh, there. And any other place that requested this talented young man with a big voice to sing, among others, Frank Sinatra standards. I remember that. Woo! And whereas, in 2007, Brett started recording demos for other songwriters in Nashville, and in August of 2010, he released his first single, Raymond, which was inspired in part by his grandmother's Biz Eldredge. And whereas in August 2013, Brett released Don't Ya. Man, that was a good one. Still is, isn't it? I love that song, which gave Brett his first #1 single. And whereas Brett Eldredge has always reminded his fans where he came from and where it all started, Paris, Illinois. And whereas the city of Paris is proud to have Brett Eldredge as one of its own, and happy that in some respect, his upbringing in Paris has been an inspiration for his songwriting and musical talent. And whereas on December 22, 2013, the residents of Paris, Illinois welcomed home and recognized our own country music recording artist, Brett Eldredge, and therefore I, Craig Smith, Mayor of the City of Paris, do hereby proclaim December 22, 2013 is Brett Eldredge Day, and I'm presenting him with a key to the city. If he's interviewed, if he's on concert, he always talks about how important Paris was to him. This is our day to tell him how important he is to the city of Paris and all of us. And we're just so proud of you. We couldn't, our buttons wouldn't be on our shirts anymore, I'm telling you the truth. You're the greatest, and you're a great young man, and we're very proud of you.
Thank you very much. That was great. That was just totally great. We got something that's going to happen now that is just really fantastic. It's about a video that was made by a bunch of students, and a gentleman sitting right down here from Mayo School. And I'm going to ask everybody on stage if you would be kind enough to go down and sit in the seats down there, because we're going to share that with everybody. So I want everybody to make sure they get a good view of it. And at this time, I'm going to welcome to the stage our event coordinator, the man with the plan. Would you welcome Harry Hughes? Harry, come on up, buddy.
Thank you, Warren. Brett, we have a little treat for you. Your music has always means a lot to us, and there's one special song that means a whole lot to Paris, Illinois. And I think you know what song it is. We have Mayo Wham Media Group here. Kid, would you please stand up so you be recognized? We have a little gift for you as well. We have the video editors, Tara Fancher, Hannah Emberton, and Savannah Mays. They'd like to come up front to give you a little gift. If you want to come on.
On behalf of Paris, Mayo Middle School, and Wham TV, we'd like to present this to Brett.
Thank you.
The kids have been working a couple months on this, and I think you'll be pleasantly surprised and really like this. And we hope you will too. Okay, ready? Let's take a look at the screen.
Welcome to Paris, home of the Tigers. State champ 63. Gospel singing at the park next Thursday. 2 for 1 at the Dairy Queen. Yep. Well, congratulations, Bobby and Amber. God bless the newlyweds. There's a graveside service in the morning for our dear Miss Middleton. The VFW's got a bingo night. Motel 6 has got a burnout light. Demo derby at the county fair. It's all right there in the signs telling you a story, painting you a picture in black and white. Life coming at you slowly, hit you in the heart, not just the eyes. If you want to know what's going on in this little town, all you gotta do is read the signs. Well, Johnny broke up with Deborah Davis. She's the quick stop clerk. She got a ladder changed all the letters. Spilled out Johnny is a jerk. Sheriff Gray is sure running hard. He's got his name and his picture in every yard. Nobody's run against him since '83. He just likes to read the signs, telling you a story, painting you a picture in black and white. Life coming at you slowly, hit you in the heart, not just the eyes. If you want to know what's going on in this little town, all you gotta do is read the signs. Post 211 American Legion. That flag's at half-mast. PFC Jeffrey Taylor coming home at last. Signs telling you a story, painting you a picture in black and white. Life, the pain and the glory, hit you in the heart, not just the eyes. If you want to know what's going on in a little town, all you gotta do is read the signs. Yeah, read the signs. Oh, yeah. Read the signs. Yeah, read the
That was awesome. Dan Gates, Mr. Gates. Dan Gates, step out here. Step out with your crew. Here it is. These are the people who put that together. Give those kids a round of applause. That was awesome. That was awesome. Absolutely great. Absolutely great. Fantastic. Thank you very much. Thank you. That was cool. I like that a lot. Man, that was great. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to turn your attention down here. Harry, will you step out here? We want to make sure everybody can see Harry Hughes, okay? There he is. Okay, make sure you vote. Now, Now, Harry's got a spatial presentation, and we would like for Brett to please go down and join Harry down there. Through the efforts of a lot of people and an opportunity for us all, the city and the state of Illinois and everybody's got together, and they have produced these signs, ladies and gentlemen. They're going to go on all 4 entryways coming into Paris, Illinois, in proud fashion. And so they're going to be going up tomorrow. So what a wonderful opportunity to get your picture taken with this, because this is the one and only, the sign, the hometown of Brett Eldredge. And at this time, we would like for Harry to please uncover that, if you would. Ladies and gentlemen, our hometown boy, right here, compliments of the city of Paris. Bring it up, let's do it. Absolutely awesome. Nowhere will this be posted but in Paris, Illinois. Fantastic, fantastic. You all have an opportunity to see it. This will be located in all the entryways, prominent for you to see when you come to Paris, Illinois. So once again, Harry Hughes, thank you very much, the city administration and everybody. It's been really great. I want to tell you something. This has been a fun evening. This has been a whole lot of fun. What a way to spend the Christmas season and holidays with #1 guy and good music and good people. I love this business. It's like going to play for the Bears. Okay, so hey, like to Harry, come on up if you would, please. And Brett, you know something? We need to have the man at the microphone. We need to hear that big voice. Bring it on, ladies and gentlemen. Brett Eldredge.
I have to take this off because I could never do this without wanting to run around the stage and sing. I guess all I can say is, welcome to Paris, home of the Tigers. You guys have no idea what this means to me. I remember everything that I do in music, every song that I sing, every song that I write, every time I get on stage, all of that, this town goes with me everywhere I go. My heart is always here. This blows my mind. I can tell you, this takes it all into perspective. Literally watching that video, when I was writing that song Signs, I was driving down that street right there in my mind. And all those signs were signs from that song. And it's just, this is crazy right now. I'm trying to soak this in. But I remember standing right here, and I was thinking about it as I was sitting up here, and they were giving these wonderful speeches, and I'm like, I'm gonna have to go up there and speak after all this. I remember standing right there, looking up at the flag and singing the national anthem so many years ago, and then I thought about it and how it all started here. I remember when my brother and my dad and I and my mom, we were all at Lambeau Field up in Green Bay, Wisconsin, and I was about to sing in front of, 100 million bajillion people singing the national anthem in negative-degree temperatures, and I remembered this is where it all started. I remember in my mind going back to this place, and this is the place where I started singing that song, and this is where I learned how to become a singer and how to become a person, because this town has taught me so much, and I love you guys so much. I love you. I'll tell you, it's the craziest thing. I do interviews all the time, and I go around, and people always talk about, it's like, there are people from Paris everywhere. Like, where do these people come from? Because Paris, I'll be in somewhere like millions of miles away. I'll be up like in Seattle or in Florida or somewhere really far away in California, and somebody from Paris, Illinois will be there, or somebody tied to Paris, Illinois. That's because you guys. And that means a lot. I remember I used to be in the musicals, and that speech you gave, by the way, was incredible, and tied all the words of my songs way better than even I could. And I wrote the songs, so I'm gonna hire you. Maybe we'll write a few songs together, Dave. But you ready? All right, let's go. But I stood right here and I sang songs, and I looked into the same crowd, and all these same faces I see from day one, I still see here now. And that means so much, and that means that I can keep doing what I'm doing because you guys are always there for me, and I love you for that. Thank you so much. I want to thank Warren for helping throw and MC this thing. Warren used to help teach me music. He taught me how to read music, because I don't know how many of y'all read music. I still don't really do it that well, but he made me do it a lot better than I can. But this guy sat me down on a chalkboard, and every time I would have the wrong answer, I had to give him $1. Now, I gave it back, but he taught me hard, and he taught me, and I learned, and that's how I learned music. And Judy Carroll, when I would try to take a nap on her couch while I was trying to learn some songs and I was really getting frustrated, she would make me get up and get back to singing. And so this just means a lot. I remember with Craig, when I came back and I played my homecoming show, what was it, a couple of years ago at the fair. And Craig and I sat there on the bus, on our tour bus, and I was just kind of getting it all going, and I had the tour bus, and just sitting there and looking back at how this crazy road has gone, and how it's came to this point, and how many people are out there in the stands. And now there are this many people out here in the stands today, right around the holidays. Thank you guys for spending your holidays right here in this gym. I love this gym. I played basketball in here like a long time ago. I wasn't very good. But maybe I'll play basketball in here again soon. I don't know. This is a great time. This is the best place. I told somebody, I said it today in an interview, I said, I feel like I won the lottery coming from Paris, Illinois. It's true. It's totally true. I want to thank Gary Hughes for putting this all together and putting this together. This is a wonderful thing, and I never dreamed, I mean, I was telling somebody earlier, I remember I used to get obsessed with writing my name on school planners and events, and maybe a couple times on the walls around here. Don't arrest me, please. But I always dreamed of doing this, and I still have no idea how it's happened. But I can tell you one thing, that this is a small town, but as much heart as this town has, and if you really put everything you got into it, you can do anything. And this is so much proof of it when you got people like this behind you. And you guys are the reason that I'm able to do this every single day. And I love you guys so much. Thank you so much. I would love to meet all of you. I don't know where we're gonna do that, but right there. Look at that. This is my living room. It's kind of, that's my living room. We bring that on the road, and it's got a picture of my dad, mom and brother, and my grandparents, and me at the Grand Ole Opry, and all sorts of random stuff. But I'd love to see all you guys, and you're the reason I'm here. And thank you so much for coming to spend your day with us. Thank you. I never dreamed I'd have a key to the city. Now we can go do something crazy tonight. Who's ready? Let's go. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. God bless you.
Great. There we go. Awesome. Thank you. That's all right. Hey, Rob. Can you help me with... Ready? 1, 2.